there, viewers. Pwalpar here. Come out here on the porch, sit in the shade, in 88-degree temperature here in the shade. It's 90-something out there in the yard. A little bit overcast right now. The sun was shining real bright a while ago. Hummingbirds are buzzing around, doing their best to drink up all the food. Butterflies fluttering around out there on my zinnias. What few zinnias I've got. They got a heat wave going on, and I think for the next couple of days they're advising not to even go out in this heat. My neighbor next door, somebody came and cut their grass in the hottest part of the day. I sit and make a couple little notes to remind myself what I might want to talk about in today's vlog. I'm sure I'll think of something else in the process. I don't have a set speech or anything, but a little reminder me. Sometimes when you're trying to talk and remember things, you leave out half of what you wanted to talk about. I'm dressed in shorts, staying just as cool as I can. We went to, well, let's just look at my list here. I gotta cut my grass pretty soon, so I know I need a gas for the lawnmower. Here in Spalding County, we have to take our household trash to a collection center. The nearest one is about 3.5 miles away. I went over there the other day and come to find out they're closing the collection center. That means we have to drive about 7 or 8 miles to go dump our household garbage. And that's getting borderline ridiculous. They don't have a city trash collection system around here. There's private collectors you can get to. You can hire to come around and haul your trash away, but you got to roll it all the way down the driveway and then roll it all the way back. I'd go down that driveway enough. We're not about to get started paying for trash pickup unless we have to, but the cost of gasoline, we're sure going to burn up a lot of gas to haul that trash 7 or 8 miles 2 or 3 times a week. It boils down to the county's building a new airport here in town. They're cutting pennies everywhere they can to try to save money for their airport. That's why the roads around here ain't been getting paved properly. They run around and stick a little tar in the holes where the potholes are rather than repave the roads. They did everything they can to cut corners and get that airport built. But evidently it's going to be a pretty big airport. Between here and where we always dump our trash until now, there's a lot of construction going on. They're building something, I don't know what it is. They cleared a lot of land down there, like down the road. So bulldozers in there digging up trees and clearing land and paving roads. I guess it's going to be a bunch of industrial parks. Anyway, we decided we better go to dump the household garbage. Our local center is still open until July the 4th. Yesterday we drove all the way to the new one to see how far it was. I think it was yesterday. No, it was 2 days ago. Anyway, we got over there and dumped our trash. Talked to the guy a few minutes and came on home. And I said, I know we need to cut that grass. Let's go get some gas for the lawnmower. Well, down here at I-75, it's 6 or 7 miles down there to 75. I drive into Jones Petroleum gas station, and they got like 10 rows of pumps, and each row has 2 pumps in it on both sides. Well, all the rows were full of cars filling up. The second row that we pulled up behind was a white car from New York, and he's blocking the whole aisle. Instead of pulling to the front pump, he stopped at the back pump. That's why maybe they'll get in their car and leave in a minute. It didn't appear that anybody was in the car. I sat behind that car 5 or 6 minutes, finally got aggravated, backed out. A lot of traffic going behind me because I'm blocking people. And I pulled in front of this guy from New York. And I'm sitting facing him, blocking him in from the front. He can't go out forward, he'd have to back out when he wants to leave. Anyway, I thought they might be in the gas station getting food or paying for their gas or whatever. Turns out they're sitting in that car eating their lunch, and they're taking advantage of the gas pump because it's shady up under there, and they're eating their lunch from New York. He just ignored me the whole 5 or 6 minutes that I was sitting behind him waiting to get my turn to buy my gas. But I have to use that aisle to buy the gas because I use ethanol-free gas, and that's the only island where you can get the ethanol-free gas. So I had no choice but to wait for that island. That's why I pulled around in front of him and blocked him in. So when I got out and started pumping my gas, I hope this ain't too drawn out a story. Started pumping my gas, I looked over there and his wife was stuffing her face with food. And he was looking at me like, oh, he's got me blocked in now. I said, dude, you're going to be in my video today, you don't know it. Got the gas can out of the trunk of the Toyota, set it down there by the island, screwed off the cap, the little gasket was crooked, so I fixed that. I'm looking out the corner of my eye, and he's looking like, what's this dude doing? By the end, he's wadding up his hamburger papers, getting ready to leave. Well, he's having to wait for me now. Well, I ain't no big hurry. I get the little gasket fixed on the nozzle, set it up on the gas pump, fidget around looking in my pocket for my billfold, get out my debit card, try to find the hole to stick the debit card in, shove it in there and do my little code to get into the thing. The whole time he's sitting there, and I'm not getting in no hurry at all. Get the blue nozzles, the one for ethanol-free gas, I get that, put it in the red can. Finally get the gas pumped in there, pumped right at 5 gallons of gas in there. He was looking at me the whole time, getting downright frustrated, him and his New York thing. About the time I reached up on top, I put the nozzle up, reached up on top of the gas pump to get the cap for the gas can. Dang if I didn't drop it, and it rolled over to the next row, rolled up under somebody's car. By then he's thinking, oh Lord, it's going to take that old man 10 minutes to get his gas cap up from under that guy's car. So he got out and said, would you like me to get that for you? I said, yeah, that would be nice of you, thank you. I let him bend over and climb under that guy's car and pick up my gas cap and bring it to me. And I said, thank you very much. Put my cap back on there. I think next time he blocks somebody in at the gas pump, he'll think twice, because I made him wait, 10 minutes. Got it put in the car. We pulled on out to come on back, and he finally got his chance to come out from that island. Getting back up for all the traffic running back and forth. They got hamburger places and food service and everything else in that Jones Petroleum gas station. And every island in there was full. I don't know if it's because of the weekend or what, but everybody's out traveling this time of year. Say one thing with that man, he's selling a lot of gasoline. What else did I want to talk about? I already talked about the collection center. Talked about the dude from New York. I'm going to cut the grass this evening if it gets cool enough. I'm thinking it'll cool off just before dark, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. It'll already get considerably cooler. It'll drop down into, well, it won't be no real bright overhead sunlight anyway. I'm sure it'll still be warm. I'll probably get out there and get some of the grass cut. I got yard work out there I need to do, but the wife won't even let me go out in this heat. I've spent more time sitting here in the heat on the porch, but it's not bad. Sitting here in the shade, I got a ceiling fan up there blowing on me. It's fairly comfortable out here right now. Anyway, I taught that guy a lesson about blocking people at the gas pump, not necessarily intentionally, but I sure didn't get in no hurry. I appreciate all the viewers and comments that viewers make when they watch my vlogs. I had a question from my viewers. How do you watch my channel when I produce a video? Do you watch it on your desktop computer, your laptop, or maybe a cell phone, or do you watch it on TV? I got to where when I watch all my viewers, the people that I'm subscribed to, I watch a lot of it sitting on my hind end on television. And then I go back in and sit at the desk to make comments on some of the people's videos I watch, because I always try to, especially if it's one of my regular subscribers, I'll make a comment on the video. There's some people's videos that I'll watch that I never make a comment because they never answer a comment when you do write them. But they have a fairly good channel, so I watch them anyway. I was just curious how you watch my videos. If you do watch videos on TV, do you know how to make a comment from the TV? I'm not sure I would know how. That remote control spelling thing, I don't give a darn for that. I was going to go out there and video little butterflies around the zinnias, but it's pretty darn hot out there. Maybe later when we're out, if I get out there and cut grass, maybe later I'll do some videoing out there. Not much of a vlog today, just complaining about the dude from New York. The collections in there closing. Spalding County pinching pennies. I understand this. They're going around. There's no telling what all they're doing to cut corners around here to pay for that stupid airport. I guess when the airport, it probably won't be in my lifetime when they get through building it, but they sure tied up all the land on this side of the east side of Spalding County, waiting for the last 10 years to get this airport built. Someday it'll probably be a real industrious place around here. Right now we're just a little hillbilly out in the country neighborhood. Won't be that way too many more years. We've already got so much traffic around here you can't see straight. I don't know where they're all coming and going from. I guess I'm going to have to get out there and give the hummingbirds some food. Hopefully this fan blowing on me hasn't made too much overhead noise. And then killing mud daubers. They've been coming around here making mud daubers all up under the porch. Nests. I'm sure I got some wasp nests too, but I ain't found them. Anyway, y'all stay cool. I know the heat wave is going around. Some of my viewers talk about it's going to be really hot where they live. Well, it ain't exactly cool here. Y'all take care. Pwalpar wishing everybody well.